Xenoblade X. Done in the right way. 1, 2, 3. Done in the right way. Butt face, right? What's butt face? Huh? Wallmaster. That looks good. Look how it connects all the way up to this, looking sad, right? And angry. Hee-ho, right? Hee-ho, hee-ho. Geez, I have to pay attention to Fantasia, man, right? Yeah, it's going to be worth a pay attention this year. Uh-huh. Yep. That looks good. I like that one right there. See this one right here? That's good. See the 1, 2, 3. Youch, right? Ow. Did you know that people on YouTube, they did the most disturbing thing? Hey, Abadel, what's going on down there, right? Jester Abadel. You know, female when she gets in her back, Coco. But did you know that people, like, they take videos, like, oh my gosh, you take videos way too serious. Here's a bra. Here we go. Here's another creepy one, right? Mario 64. But, you know, Mario 64. Oh, you wanted to know what the creepy thing that people do online? They don't understand when I talk about, you know, like stub arms. Crazy, right? Yeah, I can't wait for Mario and Luigi. 1, 2, 3. Dang, Mario, Luigi. Wow, right? Wow. Right next to Mario and Luigi stuff. Okay, next to Fee, right? Unifee, right? So Phi is an F. F easily makes E, all right? But the way I like to look at this one is I cut it off right there. So it's like a 1, and then there's your 2. The whole melon concept is pretty crazy. That might be the reason of the shell being just, you know, the shell's idea of being a pair of boobs due to also faces, okay? And the pointing is good. See how we have this pointing detail? We all know the pointing detail's devil, right? Really, you should be devil if you're just like looking underneath the legs. There should be some kind of devil, right? And that is good to look at. We cut it off right there, okay? So we're just going to cut it off right there. See how it's cut off, like an eyeball would be cut off or something? More Mario 64, right? That's what that is. It's just like more of this cut off distortion stuff. And the blatant, see, that's like the blatant idea right there. There's this whole idea behind stub arm. This right here, do you see the expression on this one? This one could be actually really good. That little expression it's got right there. One, that expression's, of course, good for Mario 64, but it's also good for Shadow of the Colossus, all right? And remember, whenever we get our leg up, I don't know how many females I would look at, right? But, like, see that 1, 2, 3 and how tiny it is? Superstar, man. Remember, you're a superstar, but you can also be like a fallen star. So now when we look at the mouth, right? And we are going to see this mouth somewhere. It is a very creepy mouth, but we are going to see it somewhere, right? And this is also a K, okay? So there's our K. This is our Shin Megami Tensei stuff, right? Don't forget that Shin Megami Tensei and Zelda because Princess Zelda decides she wants to be like a creepy, like flea, xenoblade, insect, whatever, right? But once you take a V, because V is for vengeance, and you take a V and you put it together, right? Then you got that. So Ishtar likes to do the whole thing, who stands before me? But since we're using Ishtar's actual idea of who stands before me, we get a distortion. You know what I'm saying? So we're getting the actual Ishtar. And then when we look at this 1, 2, 3, it's sad. And you notice how sad it is. So it's very creepy. It's very good. It's a half also, because on top of the head, right? So it's a half. If you were to look at it, let's see if we can zoom in and let's see if we get a Sonic the Hedgehog. Maybe. It looks like we do. We get a Sonic the Hedgehog. You know, we get Zelda's new enemy, the green enemy slimes. Not really like, you know, there's always been slimes in Zelda, but like, it's like for Zelda, they're using a shiny little green creature, right? And we got to see a trail in the trail. I like this one too, right here. See this 1, 2 right here? Talk about BP, but you use BP, right? And BP decides to be like Mario 64. Okay. So to see the actual scary things of video game is just, that's the good part. You need to see the things that are scary about to understand what you're looking at, you know? But you need to see like the actual scary stuff versus not the scary stuff. You know, we have a high heel. Remember, we got the high heel thing going on, right? You know, there's those boots you can buy, right? You know, the red boots that you can buy that are trending. We couldn't go without that butt. But why? We just can't go without the butts. There's all kinds of character butts, right? See how it looks like a crazy looking face attached to the butt, right? And up here, this right here, look at this aggressive little one. You see this one? 1, 2, 3. Now, I know it'll creep people out because of cream pies and all kinds of things, but like as a 3 that's like that, and look how it's distorted with the tiny little one. So rather than looking at it like a face, because the easy way would be you would look at the BP eye, right? Because there's the BP eye doing another Mario 64 thing. But what you would do is you would just cut it out, and then you'd pay attention to this. Jeez, right? Yeah. And it's better, rather than looking at it like it's angry, it's also better to look at it from the Ishtar angle. That's the whole point. They want you to look at it from like an Ishtar angle. This is good. 1, 2. That's the whole point of space. Look what kind of creepy thing we can make with space. My guess is you can overlay an object. So you've made the object, right? And then you can use repetition, and then you make another object. And that's how you save file sizes, right? There's this little mouth. Do you see this little mouth connected to this whole thing? That's creepy too. We got dresses. So, you know, we got dresses. We got all kinds of scary things, right? Now, when we cut it off, that's a good side. See that side that we got there? It has to be a side. And the way I was pointing to it, you see you still got tail the way I was pointing to it, but you got the mouth. And look how that head is. That head feels creepy. That feels very scary. That's more Mario 64 scary, and a little bit of Shadow of Colossus, just a little bit, you know, because humans and all that, right? Sperm, right? I don't know if I want to think about sperm right now, but sperm, right? Okay. There's a oh, that's good. That's good distortion. You see this one right here? This is 1, 2, 3. That's good distortion. Look at that one. That's why we have to keep looking for distortion. That's why we have to keep searching for stuff, because there's all kinds of distortion. There is a common thing that happens with your fingernail too, where you bend your fingernail comes off. And you know, there's fingers in Elden Ring and all that. But like when your finger bends and it peels off, and you get to like that peel part, but it still stays there. That's the really annoying one that you have to remove it, and it still hurts, right? But you still have to remove it, okay? 1, 2, 3. So there's all kinds of like thoughts, right? There's the thoughts and ideas of how things are, right? 1, 2. Looking for the surprised faces are great. The actual reason to see a surprised face is Mario 64, but it's to see just how crazy video games actually like to show that a video game can do whatever the heck it wants, and it's been doing it for a long time. But to see that a video game can do anything. See what I'm saying? That's when it gets creepy, because then you're just like, oh, movies are scary. There's all kinds of things. But you need to see a video game do anything. That's the thing. The whole highlight of seeing something is just to see something that looks like, you know? Then you're like, oh, okay, that's why that movie did that. Oh, okay, that's why I should have paid attention to that cutscene. Oh, okay, that's why that actor said it, right? And sometimes even like the big major scenes, like you could like think about like a common scene that you see in a movie is not important as you think it is. Okay? There is that too. And this is the but why right here, kind of complex. It's a pretty hard one to break down. 1, 1, 2. I like Larry the Cucumber, but man, Larry the Cucumber is crazy. He really is. Larry the Cucumber, he is, there's quite a bit of energy you can put into it. There's a 1, 2, 3. And this one's going back to Superstars, okay? So they call the game, what do they call the game? Sonic Superstars. They have a reason for calling it Sonic Superstars. I like to look at it kind of like this would be the mouth, and this be the 2 eyes, okay? Sonic Superstars was well executed. The characters were good. I've yet just to fold the amount of detail that comes out of that. But that's like crazy. You know, blood drops. We could have a drop somewhere too. So we're just going to have a drop here. Okay, let's have a creepy drop. We got to have a drop. We have to have a drop, honestly. And that's a good drop. And you're probably like, okay, why do we have drops when we play video games? Why do we have all these drops? You know, sweat drop is very uncomfortable, okay? Blood is very uncomfortable, right? Sex drop is pretty crazy, okay? We always got to find some way to get to slow. Do you get what I'm saying? Whether it be something so simple or something not so simple, we got to get there. And now here's a but why once again. Look how creative they are with but why. It's very, very evil. They have this idea with but why that they can make new ideas, right? So they do like a but why, and then you do a 1, 2 right here for a side, okay? So Yorda, all kinds of things, Unifoot. But why would they use a but why? Because you have snakes that are going to be in Zelda Echo of Wisdom. But rather than looking at this as a snake, this is how you need to look at it. See? Like an eyeball. That's how you should look at it. Versus looking at a snake, right? Yep. Oh, so are my videos good? Yeah, that's the creepy part too.